Hi there, this is Steve Miley for FX Explained, and we're now here looking at the euro versus the US dollar. Well, an important 24-36 hours for EURUSD in here. We have both the Fed today, the Federal Reserve making their last meeting of 2019, and we have their result this evening. No change in interest rates anticipated. There is a risk, we feel, that the Fed could shift away from their more dovish stance towards a slightly more hawkish tone, particularly seeing this strong employment report we saw last week, and then that would see a strengthening of the euro versus, a strengthening of the US dollar, which would see then EURUSD potentially going lower. So EURUSD potentially under negative pressures from a stronger dollar if we have a potentially more hawkish tone from the Fed. If the Fed stand as they are, then the risk is that the recovery theme that we've seen in here for early December stays intact. Our bias remains to the upside, but there is a risk from the macro fundamentals that the Fed shift to slightly more hawkish, so then we would see a strengthening of the US dollar. Moving on to the ECB on Thursday, however, Christine Lagarde first meeting as president. There is a threat that she could move from their very ultra dovish tone to slightly less dovish tone. Again, that would be seen as a slightly more hawkish shift, and then the anticipation then would be for the euro to rally. So potentially conflicting signals coming from the central banks in here, or maybe potentially both moving to slightly more hawkish, but then the impacts obviously conflicting on the euro versus the dollar in here. So we'll be monitoring very much this over the next 24 to 36 hours as we go through those two meetings in here. Our bias from a technical perspective stays to the upside. The strong rally from early December, and then this dip, and then a decent rebound in here to start off this week leads us higher to 111.01, 111.16, maybe 111.40 for Wednesday. On the downside, only through 110.54 shifts us to more negative to open up risk then to 110.38, maybe 110.01. This has been Steve Miley, the market chartist for FX Explained. Please do join us again soon for another one of our roundups in here, and do follow us on our YouTube channel.